Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay. So can we start? You tell me
Yes,
when to
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can start.
can start. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So good afternoon to all students over here. So again, I'm Dr. Anita Walia. I'm going to take a very interesting session today. I would like you people to, because what I saw that in the last two session, which I took for your entire group, I found that it was not very interactive. And when it is not interactive and when it is always one-sided, people tend to lose interest in that. So I thought, why not to get some energy from you? So I want you people to put in the chat your name and say hi. So come on, quickly we can do that. Okay. And in between, what we are going to do is we are going to have some questions, for you. And maybe you can also pose a question to me. So please start writing your name. Say, hi, I'm so and so. I just want your name. Can we do that? Come on, students. Let's make it a little interactive. Good. Akash. So only Akash is listening. Rest other are just, are you there? Just say, yeah, I am so and so and I'm there. Yeah, a few more. See, if you, I need also the energy from you. I know this is an afternoon time. Everybody had lunch and everybody is feeling sleepy. So if you write your name or do some action, or maybe you interact in a way, maybe you feel little, involved. Okay, Sai Prakash, hi to you. It's only two people out of 70. Come on, some more energy to me. See, a teacher or a trainer always get energy when there is a response. So I need that energy. I need that motivation. Can you give me? Please write your name. Sneha. So you got three names. So out of 83, three people are responding. Can we have quickly a few more names? Come on. Yeah, that's good. Adish. Okay, few more. Few more names. Aditya. Good. Sanjayan. Sanjana is a girl or a boy name? Boy, very good. Very strange because I've heard this name first time, Sanjayan. Who else? Come on, I need few more names. Alia. Oh, Alia means maybe you're clone of Alia or you're unique, you should be unique. Why you should be somebody's clone? Anantu. Wow. Good. Great. Few more. Abhishek, Jainu, Sanya, and Sten Thomas. Arjunk. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, maybe some new names. Nowadays, a lot of good new names are coming up. Samya, Ajmal, Rahul Das, Harsha, Ritu, Alfred. So, okay, don't be anonymous. Write your names. So, otherwise, we have to call you, okay, somebody ghost is there. Okay, Rashid, Ajanya, Ellen, Setu Lakshmi, Anjana. Good. Anantu, Leo Das, Hari Shankar. Okay. I didn't know that Leo Das was my brother. Rohan, Salman, Abhijit, Hari Shankar. Good, 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 good. So there's a good energy which is flowing, There's good energy which is flowing. Bhavani, Anirudh, Anupama. So I know now I'm not talking to a wall. I'm not talking to a deaf ear. I'm talking to people who will be interested now because today what I'm going to do is Jainu is there and then Anantu is there. So are you ready or excited for some very interesting sessions today? Students, till now I was telling you about the case studies and all, and come on, I also understood that there should be some takeaway which is really applicable in today's world, isn't it something which is mind blowing if you get to know something which you can immediately apply and immediately learn. Okay, so something like that, Srishant. Okay, so many good name, Akshay Kumar, YM, Lavanya, nice names. So let us do something which is something practical, which is hands on experience. Why we talk about AI, we talk about technology, and all these technologies are something only talk, talk, talk. Nobody is actually telling, okay, how do we use it? Can you show us a demo of that? Can you show us what you're talking? This is what, even when I am teaching in my classes, I feel people are, the students are not engaged till you don't know how to apply it, how to give a experiential learning. So today I thought, let me go for an experiential learning. And that's the reason. Okay. Lots of good name, Neeraj, Sogand. So let the energy, keep flowing during the session. Okay. You can even tell me it is bad. You're not liking it. I don't care, because the thing is, I have to also get certain kinds of feedback from you. Maybe if it is very logical and if it is very honest feedback, not for just having, just some kind of a fun and all. Having fun is not a bad thing to do. So let's do something. Let's charge up today in the session and let's do something which is practical, which is applicable, and it is not on talk. It is just to show you how you can use it, how you are using AI, how people are using AI, what are the things we talk about applications, case studies. How do you apply that? So today my session is about something where it is not necessary that you have to know the code. Isn't it amazing? How many of you feel it is amazing that we can, without coding, we can conquer the world? See, today you cannot do, you cannot say that, oh, I know coding, I'm the king of coding, but ChatGPT or DALI or Codex know better than you. You know, so generative AI tools are something, because next week I'm going to do generative AI. We're going to change your entire concept. You'll become 10x of yourself. How many of you want to become 10x of yourself? How many of you want to be searched by the job employer, not you searching for the job? Because if you search for a job, for one particular job, there will be 10,000 people who are applying. And especially in India, it will go in lakhs. And what happens? Will you get a job? So stop chasing for jobs, students. Let the job chase you. How? Just to learn how to apply. And don't think you're the king because you're a coder, right? Yesterday, I had a talk with my daughter who's a coder, and she said that even though I'm a coder for 5 years, there are so many challenges we have now because of generative AI. And there are so many platforms which has come up. So you are expected to know something. There's no room for mistake. What I say is there's no room for mistake. Okay, so let's do something. So I'm going to now talk to you about no code AI today, students, and not going to talk to you about that. Initially I will give a concept, and then later on we'll go to the platform. You can try the platform, same platform, in your mobile phone or with your laptop if you have a laptop. So we're going to do hands-on experience. So today's session is totally an experiential learning, and this experiential learning will also make you understand how are you going to use the uh, AI and the concept of AI. Till now, what we were talking about, AI needs a lot of data, AI needs image data, this data, that data, and without the data, if you remember in the last class, I told you, you can look at the tiger footprint and you can find out whether the footprint is belonging to a tiger or a cheetah or a male or female, what's the age of that particular animal, all these things. Is it possible to do that? How can we see that? Today, your generations are not interested in the listening only to the lecture. Reason being, you don't find an application out of it. and you believe in experiential learning. That's the reason why in the market also we have something called experience marketing, right? So though the companies like, for example, Urban Ladder and all these companies, they are online e-commerce company, but they have come up with an experience center because they know that till we don't experience something, we don't believe it, and when we don't believe it, we don't learn it. And when we don't practice it, we don't know how to use it. So today's session is all about that. So let me go ahead quickly and give you a little bit overview before I start, doing the session. So I will be today talking about students no code AI. Okay. So just give me a few section. Okay. Okay. So let me share the screen with you all, and then we are ready to go. Okay. So, quickly before I start, I want to know how many are excited to know about no code AI. That coding is boring, coding is difficult, or coding sometimes doesn't give you the output what you want. Then you go to ChatGPT or somewhere and you do it. How many of you want to know that without coding, how you can utilize the data and you can get the same result? So just I want few answers in the chat box. How many of you are excited? Just write excited to know that whether you want to learn about the platforms, because there's so many platforms today, students available for people who don't know coding. So it's not necessary. You need to just have the concept and idea clear. If you have a good idea, today people don't want in organizations. If you see in the news, every day you find there are company like Microsoft, Google, Apple, they are, firing left and right center so many employees. Reason is upskilling. Reason is they want people who are skilled and who know how to work with AI. Want people to know how to work with certain kind of platform where AI. They need people who have the understanding of working with AI. So that is where this is used. So just quickly, I'm just going to run the presentation for you. I'll give you a few input before I go ahead and give you the. I'll give you a demo of how to use no code AI tool. It is very interesting because we will be doing some real cases from the company, and we will apply that in the no code AI platform and see the result. But at the same time, you also have to understand that how these what is a concept idea behind that. Okay, so just give me a few seconds. So we are good to go. Okay, so let us look into some more chat. Okay, fine, some more people are there. Kurma and collective uniform kid. Okay, fine. Akhilesh, Rahul Das, so many of you. Okay, fine. Good. Now, let's say that what is low code AI? First, let's understand that. And let me give you a thing that there is a person, if you might have heard his name, called Tanmay Bhatt. Have you heard his name, Tanmay Bhatt? How many of you? If you've heard, say yes. If not, okay, it's okay. So Tanmay Bhatt is when he was in a eighth standard. I'm speaking about Tanmay Bhatt when he was in the school eighth standard. He started learning code. He didn't go to any engineering college. He didn't obtain any kind of a formal degree or certificate to certify that he's a coder. But his interest in AI has made him learn on its own, self learning. And he sat with good networking of the people, because networking of the people is very important during your, at this period where you're looking for a career. And then he developed today is a celebrity in AI. He is known as a protagonist in the AI, where he's teaching, people are quoting him, people are calling him, he's just a celebrity guy. Okay. So he also came up with some platforms called No Code AI, where he said that even the school kids or any person who's non-engineering background or engineering background don't have to go and hit their head against the wall to develop a code and then test its output, and you find bugs and that, and that bugs doesn't work, it irritates you, it frustrates you. Then how do you go ahead and you find something very interesting where you understand the concept and then you can develop a code? Because first, understanding the concept, the solution which you are developing, for which you are using the AI tools, you need to understand that. And these no code AI platform is best to do that. Okay. So the question which always comes to our mind is that AI is an autonomous vehicles. Whether we use it for sales, we use it for marketing, we use it for finance, we use it for HR, operations, everything. But the AI, can it work on its own? No. It cannot work without data. Data is a soul. Data is a fuel. Just like a car need a fuel to run, similarly, the AI need data, isn't it? How many of you feel that without data, the AI can work? Or how many of you knew this? So now just not any data, but the data bring the bliss. It also certain kinds of a training which is required through a data. So AI are trained, which say supervised learning. AI trained with the data to gain an experience, and with an experience, it gain a business acumen just like us. It will help us in solving any kind of business problems. So, what if I tell you that you don't need a data scientist or engineer to build AI for your business? You can build it with zero coding. Yes, I said zero coding. Isn't it amazing? That's the promise of no code AI, kids. Okay, so I'm going to teach you today in the sessions that how you use no code AI in 6 easy steps, because you have to understand first the step, then you can apply this particular tool which are free of cost. This tool which I'm telling you, these most of these tools are available and developed by Microsoft, Google. I'm going to tell you the Google platform today. Everything is free of cost. Please use this particular platform and understand how to use this. This is something which you must know. Okay, so this is what we are going to do today, that we are going to learn about the steps which is going to create a magic wand. What if we always understand that we have a magic wand? It would have been great, we would have done everything with a wand. We're just swapping a stick, but doesn't happen in the real world. But today AI is creating a magic wand for you. So there are so many tools which we are going to discuss today, which where we are going to use these tools, and without any coding, we are going to train the AI model with the data. Obviously, we need data for it, and we get the output as we get the output with the coding. Okay, and again, if you say that what is a always you should have this question in a mind, why do I learn this? I'm learning the code. Is it going to helpful for me? Obviously it's going to helpful for you, because you have an extra knowledge, extra skill. You are above the other people. You know how to work. Today if you stand in the line of the jobs or in the queue, there are hundred of queue, and the first people who are going to grab this job and has the highest chance of getting are robots, isn't it? You all know about it. We all keep on talking about how robots is going to take away our jobs, how they are coming after us. Students, we have to learn how to not compete with them. Can you compete with robots? No. In certain way, I'm saying only in business purposes, not in other way. Okay. So whenever I say robot, think about GT. It's so difficult to handle him, and what they did in the end somehow. So what is the point here? What I'm trying to make is that we have to learn how to work with AI tools. We have to learn to work with AI tools so that we can't beat AI, especially the generative AI. We cannot beat, and we cannot lose also. So if you don't want to lose, learn how to work with AI. Okay. So that's how the no code AI tool is helping us. So when you are talking about no code AI, what is no code AI? How it is built? So no code AI is a set of technology tools, students, that helps business users build AI to power all aspects of your business. All means all, from manufacturing to quality control to marketing. You want an ad with Shah Rukh Khan in it? No need to get the date and run after Shah Rukh Khan for his dates. Tomorrow there will be a day like that. You can hire a voice of Amitabh Bachchan and you can create a video with you and having a voice of Amitabh Bachchan in that. You can do so many things. You can create a concert in a metaverse world, which I'm going to do one session on metaverse. So the world is changing so fast, and there are so many automated tool which is coming. And so for that, we don't require people like us. Then what else? Even in education, I'm not saying robots are going to come and teach. I'm going to slap you. Not just like I'm just joking. Like, you don't listen or you don't pay attention. Okay, so once tight steel slap from the robots. They're not going to do all these. It is automatically there will be personalized learning content which will come, the personalized learning material. We also are developing in our Jain University something called personalized learning material for the students, where we map their competency, try to understand. And I was going through so many demo of the LMS system today, which has the AI bots and which has the AI components. And this AI components does what? It just try to understand the skill set you required. What are you aiming for? What do you want to become in 2 years? And what are the skill set required, which company you want to work, how you can become capable of working in that company, how do you acquire all the knowledge, all the skills, everything from soft to hard skills. So no coding is that. It's requires zero coding, no Python, no R, no coding whatsoever. So no code AI is a technology that is built using an easy to use web and mobile interface, like spreadsheet or something like that. You can just train your AI and build your AI model very quickly. So now I'm talking about artificial intelligence. There are so many applications which we have discussed, and maybe any other expertise might have discussed and showed you a lot of case study about that. Maybe it could be a voice assistant you are interacting with, like for example Alexa or Siri. It could be a facial recognition system which will let you into the airports or advanced airports in US or UK, or even it can let you open your phone or do the predictive maintenance in the factories, from everything from factory to entertainment industry to your airports to your to your everything. AI is present. So the possibility is endless, students. No code AI can be used for a lot of things, because it can be used for something like building an AI that can predict whether an aeroplane part will fail before people board a plane. You have seen when you board a plane, they basically, the plane is serviced before you go on board, because they check that each and every part, even a screw, is intact. So there is no danger or risk involved, because it's a highly risk rated industry, a transportation system. So how do, and you require a manual checkup, but how you can do it without wasting time, and without wasting time and scheduling and everything. It can be done with the help of AI. Today it is happening already. You can replace it with different plane. For example, if you are traveling and your schedule is intact, the company, most of the company, you have seen the company like Indigo, they proud themselves by saying that we run on time, though their facilities are not so good as Vistara or any other airlines. But you still want to go, because while you're traveling, you're spending so much of money. You're spending because you want to save time, isn't it? So that is something which is amazing. Isn't it amazing? Just put in the chat box if you find it is amazing. Okay. So you get AI to build a target list, for example, to sales. We call the customers with only those customers who want to buy this. How do you know this? You may have a database of customer, but when you want to call them, most of them, immediately when you get a call from a person saying I'm so and so calling from so and so company, immediately keep the phone down because you're not interested. But if somebody says I'm so and so, I'm from this particular company, and you are actually looking for that product and service, you will listen to that call. So, how do we get AI to build a target list for the sales to call the customer with propensity to buy your products? How is it possible? Is it possible or not? So, no code AI student is just like a hammer, a tool. Hammer, that means a tool for you to nail your customer problem to the ground. For that, you don't need to know coding. I'm not saying and suggesting students that you should not learn. Keep on learning what you're learning. But this is an added value for you, added skills for you. So let's look at some quick example of no code AI. For example, I will be taking this example where I will train the AI with the image data of to help AI differentiate between dogs and mops. You will say that, ma'am, why do you want to differentiate? Because what happens, let's say that all the dogs categories of dogs and everything, you put the image of mob. For human being, it is a very simple, easy and silly task. Somebody asking you, okay, differentiate between dog and mob, will somebody ask? Nobody will ask, because it is so simple for human eye to differentiate. But it is not so simple for computers to differentiate between these two objects. One is a living object and the other is a non-living object. What if you get a dog like this? This is a Mark Zuckerberg dog. How many of you seen this dog? Come on, let me have some answers. Have you seen this dog? If it's lie down on the floor, it will look like a floor mat. Okay, and it looks just like a mop with a lot of mops like hair. So how do you differentiate? If it is a simple dog like this and a mop, it is very easy to for the computer to differentiate. But what if the mob and the dog look almost same? So let me show you today in this session that we use a Google platform called Table Machine with Google.com. I'm going to put that particular website for you in the chat box. And if you want, you can try that even in your mobile phone. So I'm going to put that in the chat. Okay. So this is the platform which we are going to see the magic today. So are you ready for magic? So let's start now again. So this is so you can, as I said, that you can go to this particular site, which is free of cost. And there are many companies which want you to know about no code AI platform, which want you to use no code AI platform before you develop a program. And it is not like I am saying this. I ask so many of my students who are in the IT industries, and I ask them, is it useful for you? And they said, really, ma'am, it is useful because we understand before we develop a code that how it is going to work. And then we develop the code and we get the possible output in the few errors and bugs. Now, let us first, before I take you to the demo students, let us understand that what are the limitations? What can you do with no code AI platform? So no code AI platform, as I said, is a tool that help you bring your business knowledge of your customers, let's say, in your data in the form of image, sound, video, text, number, or to train your AI. So even business intelligence come from the data, the past historical data. Historical data you feed in, and then you find a pattern in that data, and you can, predict. For example, airline companies. Have you ever thought that how airline companies are basically pricing their tickets? How they are basically knowing that this ticket at this particular day in a particular month will have a higher value or lower value? What will be the demand at that particular period of time, particular day, particular timing? How do they market their air pricing? There's a price war between many airlines in India. Still, they're not doing well. But then, how do they make sure that their passenger load is complete before they fly, so that they can get the return on their investment in the form of fuel, in the form of human resource, in the form of taxes to the Airport Authority of India or the government of India? How do they do that? So all this happens because of the historical data what they have. And this historical data goes through a AI pattern or data analytics, and it predicts the pricing for you. So today you don't have to sit in the board and hit your head against the wall and against each other and say, hey, I know what's going to be the pricing. And then somebody comes and say, Dekha, maine to bola tha, this pricing is not correct. This doesn't happen. So let's start with some example here. I will give you quote some example. Let's take four people over here. One's Isha. She works in accounting and she can use how she can use no code AI platform. I'm telling. Okay. So she can use her knowledge about the past audit in the accounting to build an AI to predict which customer may default on their customer payable. What about Teju? They she can also look at how customers, she's in an engineering department. She can also see the customer data to use this data for product, modifying a product and help her build a better product with a better thing because she is into product development. Let's talk about Sam, who's in customer support. He takes calls from customer. Customer shouts at him and customers say everything. Do you remember a day when you are calling somebody and shouting? Can you imagine the other side, what they are? Because it's not their company product which they have sold. But still, they have to listen, but they're trained to handle you. So, how does Sam from a customer support can build a chatbots that can answer the most commonly asked or frequently asked customer question with the same empathy which the Sam can show? Okay, for a chatbot, if you can just write down in the chatbot that, okay, I'm very angry. The chatbot say, okay, what is your problem? Number one problem, this, press the number one, and all these things. You don't want that IVR kind of a system. You want somebody who can empathize with you when you are angry. So that is what now the AI is doing. Nahan from marketing, he knows which channel work best for what kind of customers. So if he has to deal with the youngsters, he has to go to the Instagram, or he has to deal with the corporate, he has to go to LinkedIn. So before you sign up to go to their conference, or before you sign up to send a promotional mail or send on the conference certain kinds of brochure or flyer or do an email blast, you can ask AI what is the best channel a customer need or want to be target for your next product launch. So no code AI can help you build AI across all departments using your knowledge of customers. So let's take a minute to see all these applications, what this application have in common. So there are all problems that you face day to day in your business, which can be solved using data. So let's actually think about the problem they are trying to solve. Now, can you solve these problems with a set of steps which can build into computer program? So let's look into this one particular example, students, sales forecasting. If you want to figure out what will be your quarterly sales from your monthly sales, this is what happens in the organization. If you're in the sales department, you look at the last month, few months sales, and then you have to fix a target and you have to forecast your quarter target. What will be do you doing it? Depending on that, how much you can sell, you can promise or you can dedicate a target to a salesperson. So if you this particular problem is called prescriptive problem. Because why this is called prescriptive problem? Prescriptive problems are those problems where the defined set or standard operating procedures to basically you know get the answer. Okay, today there's a challenge, students, that if I see all I have the data with me, if I see all those who are here till the end, because I will just request your teacher not to give attendance to those who are leaving in between, just for the sake of joining for 1 minute and 2 minutes. So, how many of you want to stay till the end? So, tell your friends, and I'm going to do that. So, if you want attendance, I already know that this is the attendance is the only criteria. See, I didn't want to do that. I wanted you to stay on your own. But interesting part is coming up. So, all those who are leaving, I will have to have a chat with your teacher or with your faculty who's handling you. And is there any faculty from Kripranidhi here? Can you hear me? Okay, QNX team, can you give me the data also of this particular entire thing? So what we can do is I will be giving them some bonuses who are going to stay till the end of the course, and the bonus will be some 1,000 PPT templates, some good Excel exercises, and few more generative AI tools free of cost. Subscription, which requires a lot of money. Let me see how many of you are coming and you're staying. The bonus will be given personally to these people whose email ID and the ID shows that they are there till the end. Okay, so this will be the bonus for you. So this is a prescriptive problem, students. Prescriptive problem is a problem where you know how to solve and how to do forecasting. You have a defined set. You know this is how I have to do. For example, a carpenter will know that if he has to make a door, what are the things he require, how what is the thing and how much time will he require. He knows the standard process for that. So nobody basically tell him that this is what it has to be done. So what I'm going to do is, so so this is, so you can build, you can do the forecasting. You when you have to do the forecasting for this particular problem, what do you need? You require certain factors like seasonality, whether the season for the product or not, product line change, market change, so on. But what if you require something to predict for which you don't have any kind of a predefined standard procedure? So that is called predictive problem, right? So no code AI is good in solving prediction. Why do we need AI when we have standard procedures and we can use that manually and we can do the work? Why need to complicate things by using the technology? Most of the people, because most of the time, first time with technologies, people feel it is boring. So prescriptive problems are the problem where you have a set of steps to be repeated. You get the same output with the same input, same process, right? For example, climbing a tree. Whether you climb a tree directly, by yourself by holding the branch or holding the tree, stem and or whatever it is, and you climb. Or maybe you're using a ladder, you are using any other method. Whatever method you are using, it will save your time. But you know the set of methods how to climb a tree, so you don't require AI to do this kind of a task, though AI is used nowadays to do repetitive tasks by robots. So predictive problems are those where you don't have a, you know how to solve it, but there is no surety that there's no standard procedure to do that, because you know how to climb a tree, but you don't know whether you are going to reach to a particular branch and pick up the fruits from there. So here, what we do, we use AI. And we train AI using historical data. Historical data is just like teaching AI to learn it. That's called machine learning. That means the machine learn from the data and then it can solve the problem. Okay. So is there anything which no code AI cannot do? Yes. There are so many things which no code AI cannot do. Now, no code AI is not a magic wand for you. Okay, it is magic wand, but not to do everything what a coding can do. No code AI cannot help you solving a problem which you, for which there is no surety in the answer. For example, if you say that whether this company is going to get closed in 5 years or 6 years or not, can somebody ask you that, are you going to live to tomorrow? You will say yes, of course I will live for tomorrow, but is there a guarantee? How do you know that you're not hit by an accident? I'm sorry about saying all these words, but these are the fact that you cannot have a very specific outcome which you know. So no code AI is a tool to make you build quick AI for another particular type of problem, which is a sweet spot. So no code AI is a tool which will make you build AI for a problem where you know the data is going to help the machine learn in a way called supervised learning. So there are AI algorithms that take the data where you know the answer, you look at the data, and AI just make it easy to do it with a huge volume of data, which will be impossible for us to do manually. If we have a huge volume of data in front of us and we have to find out, for example, few details out of it, we have to go through manually. It is a very Herculean task. But AI can do that. I'll just explain you again how it is. So this is supervised learning. Let's take an example. Let's say that we have to differentiate between good apple and rotten apple. You are in an apple business, and you have to spot the rotten apple in the basket of apples. You can spot a rotten apple in the apple. When you hold an apple in the hand and you go to a shop, you hold every apple in the hand, or your mother holds every apple in the hand, and she can know this is a bad apple, this is a rotten apple. She'll rotate and she'll see from the 365 view. But what if you have a rotten apple? That also you can make out. You can go to a basket of a basket which has around 50 apples. That also you can spot which are the good apple and bad apple, and you can separate it, segregate it. But when you go to an orchard of 10 acres with thousands and thousands of apple tree, to pick up the right one to pick up, and in the warehouse when you're storing the entire apple, which where lakhs and 10,000, 11,000, 90,000 apples are there. What if there are few apples which are rotten? It will spoil the entire barrel. And when it goes to the retailer in the food chain, the farmer, from the farmer till retailer to the wholesale business, then the entire apple will be all gone. It will be all rotten. So how do you use no code AI tool to basically differentiate in this long, big uh, volumes of apple, the rotten angles, and segregate it? You don't have to go from one apple to the other. So that is called supervised learning model, and this is what the AI, no code AI, can help you. So it is, isn't it? It's just a hammer to the nail of the problem. Okay. So bonus will not be given to those who have not were not here. I will take the email ID of those people who stayed for the entire period. Okay. So please be ready, because I will also be helping you with my personal number and a personal email ID, and help you in projects, help you in placements, a lot of things. So students who want this incentive or bonus, stay. Okay. So this is what we do in the no code AI. No code AI, we feed data, we train the AI model, we do the testing, and we get the results, and we implement that in our workflow. Okay. So this is what we do. Now let's understand quickly before I give you the demo. Okay. I know you're waiting for the demo. You want the demo. You don't want to listen to the lectures and all. Okay. 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 So we get this first three steps for building the low code AI, and I will take the example again. Okay. So think of a business problem you want to solve. If the business problem cannot be solved by prescriptive set of steps, you can solve it with a regular computer. Okay. But if you need an AI, that may be something which you can't solve with the regular steps. It should be a predictive problem. It should not be prescriptive. Prescriptive problems are those where you know the step how to solve the problem. And predictive problems are those where you know little bit, and you take the help of the data and try to estimate and predict the solutions. So, for example, predicting if a machine part will fail, you can predict that on the basis of historical data, that if these are the conditions, maybe you require maintenance, because the predictive there will be a failure in the machine part. So once you have the business problem, you can follow the three steps in building AI. So what is the first steps? I'll just take you to the steps first. So the first step is basically identify the problem. Your teacher might be telling you a lot of time in your thing, you might have heard for a lot of time. So identify the problem. Identify, write the business problem you want to solve. Describe the pain point, why it is important to solve. Who are the people who are impacted? And if you have any thoughts on the solution, include what is the starting point to solve this problem. So we don't need the solution yet. An example of the business problem is we want to identify, for example, which set of customer to send promotional coupon. Okay. This affect our customers who will be part of new capital. For example, I'll give you an interesting story. So there was one person who went to a Target store, and he was very angry. He started shouting at the manager. He said, "I want to be the manager. Call the manager." And this was in US, and it's a real story. And the manager came running. He said, "What happened? What happened, sir? How can I help you?" And he said, "How dare you people send a promotional mail to my teenage daughter about, the baby products? What are you trying to suggest? Do you want to suggest her to get pregnant or what?" So the manager was really very upset about this, and he said, "Okay, sir, don't panic. I will just find out how this mistake has happened. I'm very sorry about that, but I'll get back to you." And he called his marketing team. He started blasting them. The marketing team then went to the data analytics team, who are supposed to send this marketing campaign, because marketing team just designed the campaign. Whom to send is done automatically by the machines and by the data, and from there. But Then they found out something. And what they found out was, I'll tell you later. But before that, they called the manager called the father. Before he could say anything, the father said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that my daughter is pregnant. And you're the people from you I got to know, and I my daughter confess. So I'm so sorry about it." Now, how it happened? How does the company know before the parents could know? You know that you might be laughing and you say, "Ma'am, today we live in the age where we hide so many things from the parent." I know that we also lived in the age where we could hide. You people still have the technology help. We didn't have that technology. Our parents could not trace us. You at least your parents can trace you and get in touch with you. So the problem is that the problem lies in the data analytics which use AI. So what normally the company do? It is a company of the it is a case of a Target company, the one of the best retailer after Walmart in US. Every time the customer walk in, they store their data what they purchase, and they analyze the purchase pattern and the purchase behavior pattern of the consumer. It's called consumer behavior analytics, and they understand that which customer is buying what is their need, and accordingly they send them a promotional mail. So they have the list of the women or the girl in certain age who are buying the products which are related to pregnancy, like for example the calcium magnesiums or iron supplements, big bags, non-perfumed unscented lotions and creams, because most of the women get nauseatic after in the pregnancy for with scented and all. And there are a lot of other supplement which only the pregnant ladies will buy, or maybe somebody from for the pregnant lady may buy. So they cannot, a man buying, you cannot just send a promotional mail to say that, "Oh, happy to know that you are pregnant and we are giving you something." And isn't it funny? You can't do that. So machine has to be intelligent. So machine is intelligent where they take entire factor, the age, the gender, the kind of what was the past purchase, from how long they started purchasing this, what is the possibility of a person, that may be pregnant, and what trimester, and then they start sending. And most of the time, it is above 95% accuracy. And this we can do it with the AI. So let's see, students. So how do we do this? So if suppose there is a problem that you want to send a promotional mail to the customers coupon, depending on if they need it or not. So what do? So you have to find out who are the customers, who are the right set of the people who can buy this promotional coupon, or who will be interested in your promotion, because conversion of from the campaign is very very possible, very very important. You have invested, you need to get the return on the investments. So we can start solving this problem by looking at the last year campaign list of the customer. So problem is identify the target customer to whom you want to send the product launch coupons. Okay, the first new product launch coupon who are interested. So you can solve this particular problem at your last year. You can see the last year customer data and see how the related customer campaign was successful and who are the people who responded to it. So you identify your problem. Step two, write out why the solution to the problem is predictive. As I said, only predictive problem can be solved by OpenAI. So if we can list the steps to solve the problem, it can be solved by the problem. Then it is prescriptive. You don't require AI for that. But if you think the problem cannot be solved by taking a definite or defined steps, then it's a predictive problem. You want AI to look at a lot of historical data, understand which set of the customer will have a higher probability to click on the coupon from your campaign. Then comes the step three. Step three is list all the type of data you want to fix this problem with. How do you train your AI to find out a solution for it? For example, you might want a list of marketing forecast, that data. You want the data of past campaign record. So anything from the last data, whatever, whether the data is in the form of number, image, or anything you want that. So this is very, very important. Okay. Okay. So there are lucky 78 people who will get, if they stay till the end, certain bonuses, which is really going to help you students. I promise that you're not going to be disappointed. But I will get that list from the Kionix, and then once I get that list from the the operator of Zoom, I will see that who are the people. Maybe it requires a lot of time from my and efforts from my side. I'm not having that kind of time, but still I will do it because I want to benefit a lot of students. And I'll make sure that how do you network with even the Jain University students, not with girls, okay? Don't get that idea that I'm going to give you somebody's number. But then in the next, every time when I take a session, I will give a bonus. And that bonus will be unexpected and really it will be helpful, okay? For you people, it can be a bonus for attending a free IIM Bangalore or any other seminar free of cost where you have to pay around 8,000, 7,000. It can be anything. It can be any contact of any person or maybe the networking with the right kind of, it can be anything. It will be a kind of a software subscription. So let's see. So we're going to now build a computer vision model. So computer vision model, the what example I'm going to give you is on the computer vision, where you are feeding the computer with the image data and you want the computer to recognize. So again, we are going to take the steps. There is one more step in this, that you have to know what kind of data you want to solve this problem and train your mod to train the model AI. Okay, so AI is trained with the data. Same is true with the no code AI. So the first step is to identify the problem. Second, to solve the problem. Third is to collect the required data, which is and train the AI. So when you collect the data, and you have to collect varieties of data. Okay, this is the problem I told you. Identify problem, understand whether it is predictive, and then what data you have. You have historical data. Collect the data which you don't have, which you think that it might be helpful. For example, you can, if you want a customer data, then you can go to social networking site and pull out certain data from that. Then organize those data. So the fifth step is to organize the data. It's a very critical step because organizing some data will not be complete, will not be good for the AI to train. So AI has to learn what is good, what is bad. So you need to collect large volume of clean data, organize it into groups and classes. The large volume of data will provide you accurate training of the AI model. So this step to clean and organize data required to train the AI is called data engineering. You will learn all these things when you are doing the problem solving. So train the model using appropriate no-code AI tool. And you have to learn. There are empty number of no-code AI platform available. I am going to tell you in this session about a computer vision. I'll give you a demo of that. How the computer vision is used for image and videos. So computer vision, I'm going to use the image data to train the AI model on the image. Okay. Just imagine the rotten apple and the good apple differentiation. And you put all the kinds of. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do today. This rotten apple, and if I have to make the computer realize, use it in the the apple garden to identify between a rotten apple and a bad apple. Then what do I do? What do I do? How many of you can write that? Let me see. What do I do? Anybody knows the answer? I want in the chat box. So Abhinav, Abhijit, Neha, Adil, Akash, what do you think? If I have to develop a AI solution or AI code to basically identify, make the AI pick up the, so suppose I want a robot to go to the garden or to go to the warehouse and pick up all the rotten apples and throw it or separate it from the good apples. So what will be the first step to do? Let me see how you can answer. Yes. Anybody? Come on. What do you think? You are learning AI? Okay. So this is not a coconut. This is, I think you need AI. Yash. I don't know what you have written, but I think maybe we require some computer to understand or translate what you have written in the particular language. So using code words. Okay, anyway. So this is what we need is huge volume of data. So we are going to go to this particular site now. I'm going to give you a demo of this. And we are going to build a computer vision model with no code AI. So let me first give you the problem first, and then I will show you the demo. The problem is I'm going to use the first exercise. The first project is I'm going to train the computer or train the AI to differentiate between dogs and mops. The first example which I told. Now, how to differentiate? I will have to, for this, what is the first step? The problem is I want to differentiate between dogs and mops. This is my problem. And the solution is that I have trained the AI to do that. In order to do that, I have to collect the third step data and organize it in the dog. So I will collect all kinds of pictures. All kind of picture means I will have to collect the pictures which of all the dog, not just one dog, group of dogs. There is a dog with no background. There is a dog which is holding a leash. There's a dog who's going for a walk. The dog with with different varieties of dog. The idea is to collect variety and volume of data. More data you have, better is the opportunity for you to get a better results. Then next step is I'm going to collect different kinds of mops, different kind of mops on the floor, mops cleaning the spill, different colors, different kinds of handles, different kinds of thing. And then also I'm going to collect the third kind of data. And this third kind of data is a data which is called test data or training data, where I will collect a kind of a pictures of dogs which looks like Mark Zuckerberg dog. Okay, so this, yeah, somebody is writing where to get. Okay, you, I don't know where to get this dog. Otherwise, I would have bought. I'm a dog lover. So see here. So I'm going to use teachable machine with google.com to see how this particular data is going to be used. Okay, so let's go to the so I'm going to just take you to the site now, and we are going to do this exercise. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go to the site, and then I'm going to show that site, share that site with you. So you have to just not do anything. You just have to go there and log in with your Google account, and it is free of cost. So I'm just going to share this with you now. Okay, fine. Got it. Okay. So let's see the magic now. So you're now on this. Now what you can do, here you can just click on get started. So I'm on teachable machine. This is free of cost. And then I've already logged in. You can log in free of cost in the Gmail. And then I can go to open an existing project from the file or do something. So I'm going to, there are three kinds of projects you can do. You can create a, you can, use a computer vision to feed the image data and do something on that. You can have an audio project. You can have a post project. So I'm just going to go for image project, standard image model. And now what I'm going to do is, as I said, if you can see here on the left hand side, I have two classes. I will put two kinds of data and label it. When I label the data, students, it is called supervised learning. So it is called supervised learning because I'm telling the computer that these are the pictures of dogs. Okay, so I'm going to just go here and write dogs. So I'm labeling the data. And after labeling the data, and here I will go and I write mops. And remember the problem where I said that you can just go ahead and you can find out, differentiate. So I'm going to upload the data. So I've already collected few datas, but I'm going to show you a real, problem after that. This is a very kind of a simple problem to make you understand how it works. Okay. So I'm going to now take the data. So I've got the data which is fed into the okay. I have not many dog pictures. See, the beauty and accuracy comes only when you have varieties of pictures. So I just collected some pictures from the Google and I'm uploading it. You can see that I've uploaded five kinds of different images of dog. Then I go to mob and I collect the image from here. So here I go, I click from here, then I go to then I have to search again. So I go to the data file where I have collected the picture of all the. I go to my data file. I've collected some few pictures. So I'm just going to take only these three pictures and I'm going to upload this. Because it's less pictures, so it has uploaded. So I have uploaded the data and classified as mobs and dogs. Now I've trained the computer that if these similar kind of, so what computer will do when I'm training the data AI to recognize or differentiate between dogs and mobs, it will look into the images of dogs whenever any data is fed, and it will see whether there is a similar pattern or not, and then try to identify. So I'm going to take the next step, train the model. So now it's going to train the model because the data is very less. I'm going to show you a real problem also after this. Okay. And so it's taking the step. You can see that now my data model is trained. Okay. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take one data from here and I'm going to choose image. You can see here and I can test whether it will give you an accuracy or not. Here it will not give you 100% accuracy, reason being the variety and the volume of data is very less. So output you can see here, it's saying 82% dog. The reason being it has a picture which is looking like a dog. So what happens? Why I did this particular exercise deliberately. Reason being, when you have less data, how the AI model doesn't work. You have to feed data, and that is where the learning comes for AI. So you have to feed data with variety and volumes of data. So I'm going to take one more example and show you now how it works so that you can understand. So I'll go here, new project. And the problem statement here, student, is there is a tire manufacturing company who manufacture tires. They want to use AI to do the inspection, quality inspection. You know that whenever the factory manufacture anything, what they do? They, even the car, they pump one of the car to find out whether all the safety feature and everything is working or not. So from a lot of the manufacturing volumes, they pick up few sample and test it for quality. And if those passes the quality, they may go ahead and they can go ahead and what they can do is they can pass the entire lot and send it to the wholesaler or distributor. So what that's the reason you might hear a lot of time that most of the company like Toyota and all, they have to recall the product back because they've not done the proper quality checking. So this is a very big problem for a manufacturing industry. So problem statement is that a tire manufacturing company want to identify before sending it to the wholesaler which are the defective tires from the tire which is manufactured so that they can discard and not send these tires. Okay. So how do we do that? This is a real project. So we need data for that. So company every time when the tire comes out of the production, they take a picture from all the angles and they save it in a data repository. And then what they do? They use that particular data and they try to train the AI model to understand. So there'll be a camera. The camera is connected to a web server. In the web server, there is an application which is built on AI. And every time a picture is taken, the picture is an input which goes to the application, and the AI try to find out whether that particular tire matches the pattern of the good tires and the bad tires. And for this, we have to train the AI to recognize what are good tires and what. So they have to learn whether how the good tire look from all the angles and how the bad tires look from all the angles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this now. Okay. So I'm going to take again the image product standard image model, and I'm going to now classify this as good tire, and this I'm going to classify as bad tire. Now I'm going to upload. You can see now in initial example, it was a very quick example for you to understand that what is this. So I'm going to now take the data, which is huge. So what I've done, you may be asking that those students who will stay till the end, I will show them that how do you get data for your project free of cost? What are the free sites from where you can get the data? Okay, some bonus for them. So now let's see how I get this file. So I will again go to my data file. Okay. So I'm going to upload the data. So I'll go back to the data file where I've stored these files. So you can see now I'm going to go to AI and here. So I have now the normal data, normal files. You can see here more than 10,000 pictures I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all and I'm going to open it. I'm going to load this. It's going to take huge hell lot of time. Why? Because you can see more than 10,000, I think 25,000 pictures of the data of good tires is now getting uploaded. Better the data, better is the result and accuracy of your output. Last time the output was wrong. It was showing a mob as a dog because the problem is we didn't train the AI model with a good volume of data. If there is a huge volume of data, there is a better chance of accuracy and output. So I'm going to now upload here also. Let it get uploaded. So I have uploaded all tires from all the angles, which looks good. I've downloaded this from one particular site, which I will show you in the end for those students as a bonus who have stayed back, and few more sites also. Okay. So you can see that it is uploading. There are a lot of data because it's a huge data file. So it's going to take time to upload all the data. Meanwhile, I will show you that how to get this data for you as a bonus. The first bonus comes in your way, students. So the data you can get even for your project. Remember tomorrow when you are going to do post graduation or your MBA or MCOM or whatever you're going to do, you're required to do a lot of project. Even now also, where will you get the data from? This is a site. It's called Kaggle. Okay, I'm going to sign in with Google. Okay, so I'm going to show you that all the data which I have downloaded, 10,000 image file or whatever file, I got it from the Kaggle. So I'm going to go to the home. And how do I do it? I just go here and I write here in the search tires. It's already there because I've done this. So see, I got this. So I'm getting the, okay, fine. So you get all of things, everything, even for all kind of your projects. So I'm going to go to the data sets. See, I'm getting the data sets now. So this is a data sets picture, tire texture, image recognition. And I will download this file, which I have already downloaded and kept. You can see here, 742 MB. Huge data of image, which can be used to test. Even when you're doing coding, you require data. So this is a bonus. The first bonus comes to your way. The other bonuses are also waiting for you. Okay. So stay with me. So now, okay, now. So I'm going to now share the same model, same teacher. So I'm in the Google site again. See all the data. You can see 491 images is uploaded. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload now bad data because it has to bad tires image. So I have that also with me. So I'm going to just go here and click on this and we'll go back again. and I have stored all the cracked data into, I will select Control A, and then I'm going to upload this. So again, it's going to take time. So you can see here, all these data is getting uploaded. So all these data I downloaded from Kaggle. You can download any company data from there. Any publicly open access data are present. This is very good site for everybody who's learning coding. You require data. Remember this. This, if you understand the concept here, it will be very easy for you to code, to do the coding and find out a solution for one particular business problem. Okay. So it is uploading again. It has around 400 or 500 odd data. It is uploading all the data into machine. So now what we have done is we have created two classes. One class is good tires, where we have uploaded 491 images of the tire from all the angles, which looks like good tires with no defect. Then we are also uploading 500 odd images of cracked tire or defective tires from all the angles. And this is always collected by the company. You don't have to search. If a company will always use their own internal data, which will feed it into computer. So 538 data. Now, what the company is now I'm going to do is I'm going to now train the model. Now, while I'm training, it's going to take time. You understand what is happening behind. The computer is basically doing what? It is trying to take the it is trying to basically understand from the data and learn that which are the bad data and good data. So it is going to take time because the data is huge. So whenever there is a testing done, so now what happens in the company? The company will put a camera. There will be a conveyor belt. The tire will come. The camera will take a photograph. The camera is through the internet connected to basically kind of a application based on AI in the cloud server, or maybe anywhere in the internal server also, and it will use the image data, try to match that particular data with the good class of data and defective tire. If the data is defective, it will match the pattern with any one of the images uploaded. It is just like finding a criminal from a criminal database. The face match. Today, if you might have seen in most of the web series that most of the time the criminal data doesn't match with the data of the criminal data doesn't match, because the criminal also knows that the police is going to find my face and recognize me from the database, because from the camera they may capture me and they can identify. So they do a lot of way to hide their face, or maybe they do a lot of way to basically which we said the man in disguise. They may wear a goggle, they may wear a beard, or they may change the appearance of their faces, but still it is found. There are certain movies where I've seen that the villain basically goes for a surgery and try to look like. I think there was a Hrithik Roshan movie where a person looked like a tiger shroff. He did a surgery and nobody could find out. But can AI find out that? Yes, AI can recognize that with the help of some unique identity, which everybody has unique, like your retina for your eyes, your face structure, because on that maybe the flesh and skin is built by the surgery. So you can see now, because the data is huge, it is taking huge time to train now. Similar way, students, when you're doing a coding, you need to know what are the data which you have to feed to your code. And when you get those into your data, then you get, now the data is trained. So what it is going doing is like telling me like a good tire, okay? So at least somebody is appreciating, okay? So I go to file, and then what I do, again, I'm going to test the system, whether the data is trained. This is trained properly or not. So I'm going to now upload an image to test, okay? So I have some testing data which is there. So in that, I will take some image, any random image. I have a lot of images here. So I'm going to take any random image and open. So these are good tires testing data. Let me see if it can recognize this as a good tire or not. Now let's see the results. Then see the result, students. It says it's good tire. Okay. You can see here the output. The output says is it's 100% good tire. 100% good tire with accuracy. In the last project, you have seen that it was not giving that accuracy. Again, I will test one data with a bad tire and see whether it is recognizing that or not. Okay. So I just go back. Okay. So I'll go to the data again and I'll go to the testing data and I'll go to the crack one and pick up any picture. And randomly, I'll pick up any picture. There are a lot of pictures over there. And then again, I test. Now you see here, output bad tire 100%. Now, what does this suggest to do? This suggests that the AI need training with the data, and this is called machine learning. Machine learning is nothing where you write a code and feed data to the machine, train the machine with the data to do prediction. And this is prediction to come out with the solution. You're doing nothing. So you have to understand the concept. The concept is first you have to understand what is a problem. Then only when you understand the problem and what kind of then you understand what kind of data is required to develop a solution for it. And then you feed right kind of data. I showed you two examples. In one example, I feed very less data. That's the reason it could not give me the best answer because computer was not trained well. We say in English that little knowledge is dangerous. This happens when we have very little knowledge about something. Everybody knows about chat gpt, everybody knows about generative AI. It has become a huge term nowadays, but if you don't know the basic or the detail about it, you will not be able to do anything with it. You will not be able to work with it. In fact, you will give wrong information to others. And today, knowledge is everything. Knowledgeable people are respected everywhere. Knowledge, skill is everything in this world because you have to compete not only with humans, you have to compete with AI. You have to compete with AI. Your competition is mainly with the AI, which has all better capability than you, physical, mental, and skills. So build up a skills to work with AI. So these are the many platforms which are used. So what I'm going to do is quickly, I'm going to, before ending the session, so I'm going to show you, this is the bonus again, to show you few more tools where you can work. I could have shown you some example also, but I think we have only 10 minutes. So I'm just going to show, because this is an example of only, where we have only the data of the image data. What about the number data? Can we do some kind of thing where we can use the numeric data? So let me just share. Just a minute. I'm going to share now and show you quickly some of the tools before the session ends. Getting. So these are the bonus which are coming to your way. Now I'm going to show you some tools which are really great in terms of other kinds of data. So I've already shown you this. I'm going to show you some more tools which you can use. So this is, suppose if I have to solve this problem. This problem is a numerical problem. You have numerical data of telecom company, and this telecom company want to find out that if they stop a particular services, how many customers they going to lose. This is called prediction. So they don't have a very specific steps to do. If it is a specific step, they could find out with the prescriptive solutions. They don't need AI. So they want to predict how many customers going to likely to leave their services if they stop one particular services. Okay. So for that numerical problem, again at this particular problem, I got it students from the. So I'm going to show you how it's going to be used. Okay. Just a minute. what are the tools? Which are the other tools which you can use basically for doing this? So there are many tools which this is a particular slide is not working. I will tell you orally and I'll write in the chat box. There are tools like Microsoft Sway A. I'll just write in the chat box. You can go there and you can use it. So Sway A AI, there is a tool which can work with the numbers. There are tools which are working with basically with your number data. Then you have computer vision data. Then you have a data which is audio data. So you have so many things. Beautiful AI is one of the tool which you can use for video data. You can summarize a YouTube video and you can analyze that. Okay, students, so I'm going to end here. I will request the QNX teams to give me the list of these 17 students or 18 students or whatever 16 for 15 students who are there. So their email ID I will use personally to maybe contact them personally for some kind of a project where they can get a patent which will help them in getting a good job in future. And as I said that I promise that that's a bonus for all those people who stayed back. And I'm going to share some kind of a networking. I'll do some kind of a networking with you people so that you can work with in collaboration with my university students or maybe the student from Delhi or any other university student, IIT students, because sometimes I take some online session for them also, and we can collaborate. I am Bangalore
Recording करेगा.
to come up with the projects and patents. Yes, somebody saying something? Kyonix?
Yes, ma'am.
There was some kind of a. Okay, so I stop my session over here. Next session, please join because we will be talking about generative AI tool. You might be hearing a lot in the social media. Everybody is saying join AI, become 10x of yourself, become do and this. I'm going to take the session for you, tell you what are the generative AI tools you can. I will take a demo of that. Isn't it amazing that you'll become so productive? You'll be above those people who are seeking for a job with AI code tools. You will know the AI code because you will learn how to work with AI, how to use this generative AI tool, whether it is for generating marketing advertisements or whether you want to use it to get some information from the net. Everything I will be telling you how to make presentation without spending too much of time in researching in contents, without made investing too much of time in giving an aesthetic look to your PowerPoint, making it more beautiful. So we are going to do that in your in those sessions. So all those people who are here, Kyonix team, I request you that if you can give me, if I can get their number, or sorry, if I can get their contacts from the college, it will be great because I will be directly contacting with these few set of people who seems a little bit interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, students. Then see you day after tomorrow with generative AI too.
Thank you, ma'am.